Hello, this is Anthony with Joy of Synths, a non-musician's guide to creating sounds for your podcasts, videos, and sampling for music using analog synthesizers. Now, I have been very reluctant to get deep into Eurorack synthesizers, and that's really because of the cost of Eurorack synthesizers. To power up a Eurorack box is around $100 to $200 going upwards. If you buy a case, you're looking at least $179 moving upwards. So it's a lot of money just to even turn the thing on, let alone fill it with modules. On a cost basis, Eurorack is going to be a lot more expensive than, say, an East Beast or a West Pest, which go for $250. So that's the context of this video. Now, I've slowly been building up my Eurorack module collection. I made the mistake when I first started buying stuff to start with Eurorack modules before I even had a powered rack. That was, again, not a good choice. So right now, I've been able to successfully ignore Eurorack modules in favor of semi-modular instruments. However, Buchla and Tiptop Audio are collaborating on their release of modules of the 200 series. And if I'd known the prices before I got started, I probably wouldn't have gotten started, but the quad function generator released for $210. And to me, that was a real big bargain. The sequencer was $245, and I was okay with spending that because I wanted an analog sequencer that would fit inside of a rack, and it was also part of the Buchla line. So I was like, okay, those two will look good together. It's an aesthetic thing as well as a aesthetic thing. But then this one I was interested in as well. And so going up to $299 is like, wait, what are you doing? What are you spending your money on? Can't you spend your money on better things? That's kind of a lot and kind of a freak out point for me because, again, I can buy an East Beast for $249, I can buy a West Pest for $249, and those are all-in-one units with sequencers and so much more. However, they are not a Buchla Tiptop Audio release. And this release basically is called Sources of Uncertainty. It's a random generator. If I set up my synthesizers right now and I kind of leave them alone, they don't really drift in any kind of unique way. It sets into a pattern and it keeps going on and on. So there's not really much variation if you're not directly controlling the instrument. With randomization, it kind of can play itself. And the uses that people kind of celebrate are the fact that you can leave things to chance and let the machine run things so that you can pick up different phrasing that you might not otherwise have thought about. So it's just, again, the thing of randomization and uncertainty is, you're going to come up with random things that you wouldn't have thought about otherwise. I've pretty much invested this much so far in Eurorack, and I might as well keep going with it. It's a really tough thing to do to have to spend that money, but definitely leave comments below on your feelings about Eurorack and the cost of Eurorack, and if you think it's a smart decision to spend all this money on a line of Eurorack modules. Again, I'm not a completist about this, but I really got into it for the Lopass gate, and everything else kind of came up from there. So, okay, thank you for watching this video and listening to this recording. My name is Anthony, wishing you the joy of synths.